What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Brittany Venti is a very interesting YouTuber. She has some pretty interesting takes, especially on people in the red pill. And she doesn't hold many punches. She does very researched and well thought out videos. It takes her some time to put out one, but when she does put out one, they're pretty good. I'll give her that. And so she's been on the head of One Just Pearly Thinks. Now, why is this significant? In my honest opinion, this is significant because she is going to point out that Just Pearly Things has certain agendas. But in this particular case, we're going to reveal that not only does Just Pearly Things have a grifting agenda, that is going to be paramount to the discussion. That's something that's obvious. She's going to point out that Just Pearly Things has a history of being at least cruel or unscrupulous towards black men. Now, this is a particular lady that got kicked off of her show. And I want to play this clip, and then I'm going to come back.
Obviously, we spoke about Pearl kicking me out of her podcast, wanting to be the power queen. So I now go downstairs. I go to the reception area. I meet her concierge. He asked me like what it is, because obviously you can see that I'm a bit rattled. And he asked me like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I explained everything to him. He comprehended the situation, and he was quite like annoyed for me. Like, whoa, how can someone invite you to a podcast to kick you out? And he actually said a lot of people have come out feeling that way. So this is not the first time he's seen it, because obviously he works there. So, anyways, obviously I'm not feeling the best. I'm emotional, and I was meant to be driving home. I was like, I can't drive right now. And I asked, is it okay if I just stay in the lobby for a bit? And he was like, oh yeah, of course. Because he didn't want me driving in that state as well, because I'm annoyed. I'm very relaxing now. Before then, when I was chatting with the concierge, he let me charge my phone, innit? So I then realised I left my charger there. So obviously I blocked Pearl in it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go and pick up my charger. And this was like a couple days after. Do you know what? I have to give context to this, because a lot of people, they see it as I just showed up to Pearl's house, right? Pearl records in her apartment, which I don't understand why you would do that. And the building she lives in, it's not a conventional block of flats. It's a flat that has a concierge, a reception. That area is a public area. For you to go to the private area where people live, you need a code. So me going to pick up my charger in the public area, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
it's a reception. Yeah. It's open to the public. Like anyone can come there. So it was just like, that was the context of it. Me and the concierge just talking, just like a little quick chat, just being professional. And Pearl comes downstairs now. She's like, oh, Esther, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I'm just speaking to the concierge, because at this point, that's all we're doing for me to then leave. And then she was like, are you stalking me?
Oh.
I was like, what? You know? So obviously, she says, are you stalking me? I'm like, no, I'm not stalking you. I'm just talking to the security. And the security was like, oh yeah, she's with me. Don't worry, you're calm. Like, everything's safe. You're good. Yeah. She goes upstairs now, calls down with the security, and she's like, oh, Esther shouldn't be here. Why is she here? He's confused, because he's like, wait, why? There's not been any complaints made about Esther. You've not said anything about Esther. So he's like, oh, no, she's fine. Like, she's just with me. Like, basically not even is confused. Like, why is this girl wanting me to kick her out? But as soon as she starts talking like that, I was like, listen, I'm going to leave, because I don't want to get you in trouble. So I leave now. And that was it. The next day, I've now seen a video on her YouTube saying, crazy lady is stalking me.
Oh my God.
So she starts this whole story talking about how she was scared and she's frazzled. And now I need to play the video.
Okay. I write a strongly worded email.
Of course
I'm just going to read you a little excerpt from it. But I cannot have my concierge being friends with the crazy lady. Like, you need to do that on your own time. You're working. Today, I went downstairs to let my dog out, and I saw Esther, the guest there, the same person who was stalking me. I informed the security guard that she needed to be removed from the building because she was stalking me.
in what capacity have you ever stalked her? You went on her podcast 3 times out of her invitation, and then you left her podcast. Where has she got this stalking me? You blocked her on socials. Where has she got that you're stalking her?
Instead of having the stalker removed, he took the stalker's side. He then informed me that it is his opinion that she was not a stalker. I am a single woman, and I am in fear of my life. Yet security failed to remove the stalker from the...
She said she's a single woman and in fear of her life. But then she has issues that women in the park, walking in the dark.
Did she say that to you? That you were me tooing
I was me tooing men, because I said that men who have an ability to harass or stalk or attack women, you know, we have laws to protect them in the UK and the US. But she's saying that I was me tooing men. She's now saying she's a single woman in fear. What does she say about men? I wonder.
After this happened, she done her little video. I now contact the concierge just to see how he is, if he's okay. And obviously he tells me he's been fired.
Jesus Christ.
That's actually so sad. So Pearl got a man to come out of his job because of her emotional behaviour that was unwarranted and delusional.
I think the crazy thing is, she says, oh, women, we are the problem for men, modern women. They are always making up stories to basically put down men, right? And that's exactly what she's done. And we have to actually talk about race in this, because it really, to me, is giving modern day Emmett Till. When a white woman can make up any story, use her emotions, because let's be real, if she didn't talk about she feels scared, it was not going to be taken seriously. So she used her emotion to make someone lose something, make a black man lose their job.
Now, this is interesting, because I didn't know about this. But then there's this Sarah Garvey information. Let's see if we can play that.
And of course, because Fresh and Fit did it, Pearl has to copy them, because she copies everything that they do, including copy striking people. Pearl pulled the same stunt on the YouTuber Sarah Garvey and tried to get his entire channel terminated by copy striking it so many times.
There were, I think, up to 11 videos that were copyright struck. I was working with her, and these pieces of content were absolutely fine on my channel while we were working together. It's not until we stopped working together and I'd done my video that she wanted to strike the videos.
Just Pearly Things is doing now. She's copyright striking my YouTube channel.
By the way, I know his video is blurry, but I made sure to fact check, and Sarah Garvey sent me the receipts for you guys. You can clearly see here that Pearl did in fact try to get his channel taken down by maliciously using the copyright claim system against him. Pearl says that all that commentary channels do is bully because they have no arguments, but nothing says I don't have an argument like trying to copyright claim someone's content to silence them for criticizing you.
This is an abuse of the system. Pearl is an abuser of the system. She's also a bully. She's a bully of the system.
Ironically enough, despite her crying bully, she's actually using her channel's size of having 1 million subscribers to bully other content creators into not criticizing her.
Freedom of speech for you,
Exactly.
freedom of speech for me. Yeah. You're out to do some dumb shit, but I'm allowed to tell you dumb.
You see, let me tell you guys something here on this platform. YouTube, if you guys didn't know, content creators, you got to be tough here on the platform, right? Not only do you have subscribers coming after you, but you have other YouTubers coming after you. And I learned that very quick. When I got on YouTube, I was just like, when I first got on, I was going after people. And I can tell you one thing, it was very different when those videos started coming back towards me. All right. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This person's not telling the truth. I was like, oh, welcome to Black YouTube, right? And one of the things is that YouTubers that are new in the game, once they get to a certain level, they're used to throwing their shade at other people. But now, once it comes back towards them, now all of a sudden they start having problems. Now we start the lying and all of this. Now we're being defensive. Now we're saying that these people X, Y, and Z, and this, that, and the other. Now we're lying. Okay. Now we're lying. Now we are lying. That's the situation. Okay. We're lying now. We're not telling the truth. Okay. So now you have an agenda, not only against that one black person, because I never see, whenever you see these things happening, always against black people. Like this guy, Nick Fuentes, she invited this guy over onto the platform. This guy says something so horrendous. He talked about he wanted to marry somebody at the age of 18 minus 2. This is the person that this guy had this viral clip. She brought this person on there. Now, she didn't ask that guy anything about why he wants to marry somebody that's 1'6". Not at all. But now, once it comes to striking somebody's channels down, copyright striking somebody's channels down, lying, bullying, coming after the black man, doing all this crazy stuff. Now, and then also, let's couple that with what we know about the Nick Fuentes interview. This young lady has a problem against blacks, it seems. That's what it seems, because you never have that animosity for the most part towards anybody else. Why is that? Can anybody tell me why? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Producer for all you, describe the bell. We're out.